69 cents.
And the gas.
Y'all getting any rain up your way?
What way would that be?
I seen you was from Dallas.
What business is it of yours? Where I'm from? Friendo?
I didn't mean nothing by it.
Didn't mean nothing.
Just passing the time. If you don't want to accept that, I don't know what else I can do for you. Will there be something else?
I don't know. Will there?
Is something wrong?
With what?
With anything?
Is that what you're asking me? Is there something wrong with anything?
Will there be anything else?
You already asked me that.
Well, I need to see about closing now.
See about closing?
Yes, sir.
What time do you close?
Now, we close now.
Now is not a time. What time do you close?
Generally around dark, at dark.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you?
Sir?
I said, you don't know what you're talking about. What time do you go to bed?
Sir?
You're a bit deaf, aren't you? I said, what time do you go to bed?
Somewhere around 9:30. I'd say around 9:30.
I could come back then.
Why would you be coming back? We'll be closed.
Yeah, you said that.
Well, I got to close now.
You live in that house out back.
Yes, I do.
You lived here all your life?
This is my wife's father's place originally.
You married into it?
We lived in Temple, Texas for many years. Raised a family there in Temple. We come out here about 4 years ago.
You married into it?
That's the way you want to put it.
I don't have some way to put it. That's the way it is. What's the most you ever lost on a coin toss?
Sir?
The most you ever lost on a coin toss?
I don't know. I couldn't say.
Call it.
Call it.
Yes.
For what?
Just call it.
Well, we need to know what we're calling it for here.
You need to call it. I can't call it for you. Well, it wouldn't be fair.
I didn't put nothing up.
Yes, you did. You've been putting it up your whole life. You just didn't know it. You know what date is on this coin?
No.
1958. It's been traveling 22 years to get here. And now it's here. And it's either heads or tails. And you have to say, call it.
Well, look, I need to know what I stand to win.
Everything.
How's that?
You stand to win everything, call it.
All right. Heads then.
Well done. Don't put it in your pocket.
Sir?
Don't put it in your pocket. It's your lucky quarter.
Where you want me to put it?
Anywhere not in your pocket. What will get mixed in with the others and become just a coin. Which it is.
The thoughts and ideas expressed in this podcast are solely those of the authors and guests of the podcast. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Soberless Thoughts.
I'm Mike Odebeck.
I'm Alex Gorley.
And these are our Soberless Thoughts. All right, everybody, harvest your four-leaf clovers, shine up your horseshoes, brush those rabbit's feet, because tonight we're talking about luck.
Lady Luck.
That's right. We're less than a week away from St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, Paisy.
So what better thing to talk about than luck. Alex?
Yeah, that's right. I know. I was very intrigued by this topic. I like it. I like it a lot.
And what else would we drink when we're going to be celebrating the approaching St. Patrick's Day than some Guinness?
Some Guinness?
Some
We
Guinness.
Guinness? Who
Guinness.
drinks Guinness on St. Patrick's Day? That's just crazy.
What?
Johnny, how's the day going, all right?
Busy?
First time I've come up for air all day.
Well, then, you didn't hear what happened off the west coast of Ireland.
What happened?
It's a dirty old night. You can't see your hand in front of your face. So you got this big British destroyer, spot something on the radar. So you got the captain saying, please divert your course 15 degrees north to avoid collision. So the lad says,
Negative. You'll have to divert your course 15 degrees to the south to avoid a collision.
Hold on. So Ireland has a navy?
anyway, the English captain isn't having any of this.
I'm not having this.
This is the captain of Her Majesty's ship Dauntless. I say again, divert your course.
Negative. I say again, you'll have to divert your course 15 degrees to the south.
This is a Type 45 guided missile destroyer.
Displacing 8,800 tons.
I demand that you change your course 15 degrees to the north, or countermeasures will be undertaken to ensure the safety of this warship.
Your call. We're a lighthouse.
Lads, you couldn't make it up.
Let's see. Guinness Draft Stout is a Irish dry stout. It is 4.2% alcohol. It's definitely going to be dark. It does also have, at least these are nitro generated for smoothness, so it has nitrogen in it instead of CO2, carbon dioxide. Not carbon dioxide. Carbon oxide. Oh my god, I don't know now. I just went blank.
Carbonated?
Yeah. Carbon dioxide. Yeah. Wow. Why did I just have a brain fart? I was like, no, that's what we breathe out. That's what we put in beer. Like I just had like the most weird retrospective thought all at the same time while trying to talk, and it just all shut down is what happened. So we're drinking Guinness.
What you're saying is your brain does not know how to multitask.
No, not at all. You, my wife, can definitely comment on that one. We could have a whole episode about that. She's like, he can't do shit. He can barely do one with staying on task. I'm like the most, like I couldn't tell you how many times I'm having a conversation with my wife and she goes, now finish that thought.
Yeah.
Because I'm so sporadic and all over the damn place when I'm talking, especially when I get like excited or hyped up. I can't stop. All right. Kind of like that. Yeah. Guinness draft. So here's the tasting notes for it from Guinness itself. They wouldn't lie to you. Aroma, sweet smelling with a coffee and malty nose. Flavor, perfect balance of bitter and sweet with malt and roasty characters. At the palate, smooth, creamy, and balanced. ABV 4.2. Appearance, distinctly dark with a rich, creamy head. And it is score 81, good on Beer Advocate, ranked 93. And I usually like to read the top of these, but man, they just haven't been funny. I want people to they're trying too hard on this. I feel like here you go. Here's one that gave 5 out of 5. It's super simple. The best beer, better at bars though. Cool, you got me.
My brother's a hero. A champion. He went to the games. He came fourth. But to the village, he was first. Everybody loves him. He's the reason I own a bar.
After all this time, they still want to see him swim. Every year we have a mad race. When he reaches the buoy, I start the clock. Marco against the pint. They expect. But I'm getting older, he says. One day I'll lose, he says. Don't worry, I say. You'll never lose. It takes 119.5 seconds to pour the perfect pint. But the best time is kept when you don't wind your watch too tightly.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What we need to do is we need to get our own profile on Beer Advocate and start just leaving really funny comments on there. Reviews.
Oh, God, I like the way you think.
Yeah. Like that one that I had about my grandma's house.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Shit like that. Like, be like, this beer tastes like if you got kicked in the balls in a sauna while Christmas music is being played. Be like, I don't know how to feel about this beer.
Right.
There's good, there's bad, there's everything in between.
I think the one day I said, this beer tastes like if somebody fell off the boat in the middle of the ocean and was left behind in the ocean, and you were the guy on the boat who left the guy in the ocean, this is the beer you would be drinking.
Yeah, that perfectly describes it. Yeah. I might be signing up tonight.
All right. Well, let's taste Guinness.
All right.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, for real.
He waits. That's what he does. And I'll tell you what. Tick followed tock, followed tick, followed tock, followed tick. Ahab says, I don't care who you are, here's to your dream. The old sailors return to the bar. Here's to you, Ahab! And the fat drummer hit the beat with all his heart. Here's to waiting.
You know what Guinness is? It's like the lightest of all the stouts I've ever drank.
It is. You're right. It's not very, like, it's heavy. I don't know how to put it. It's heavy to a new beer drinker. I'll say that. Because I remember when I first started drinking Guinness, I was like, oh my God, it's so heavy. I had a Guinness and ate a pizza last night. I couldn't even move. But now I totally agree with you. Like, it's like a stout that, yeah, you get a little bit coffee, a little bit of chocolate, roast off, very light roasty notes, but it's like it's not, I don't know, it's like it's there, then it's gone.
Right. It's like the lawnmower beer of the stouts.
Right. It's the lawnmower beer of Ireland.
Right. Yes. It's the Irish lawnmower beer. They've got a lot of lawn to mow.
Yeah, right.
Well, here we are. We're all set for the St. Patrick's Day Sheepdog Trials. It's a capacity crowd of 16. And first up is Gareth Longgrass with his Border Collie, Roy, 3-time winner here. He's a great competitor, this one. He's a legend in Gloucestershire. But we're in Yorkshire today, so that counts for nothing. Jim?
He's taking a lovely wide berth there. Being very careful not to spook them. This is a good start.
Yes, 10 out of 10 for the outrun. That's great work there from the young dog. They're bang on course for where they want to go. This lad is a wizard at whistling.
And he's got them all through. Yes, this is nice. Nice to see.
Now for the first real test. Can he get them past the couch?
Well, this obstacle has proved tricky in the past. A night in, watching the big game, it's always tempting.
Oh. But he's done it. Down the field they go, perfect formation. Now, on to the Indian restaurant. He has to be careful here not to lose the big lad.
Yes, a curry's a great way to end the night, but it's way too early for that.
Please. Come in, sir.
Oh, that's nice. It's good stockmanship, is this?
Oh, we have a split. 3 have made a run for the girls and, well, who can blame them? Look at that. I think we could even lose the shepherd to that one. This obstacle, it never fails to catch some of them out.
Oh, what's happening now? Oh, we've got one round the back. This is disastrous. That's 5 points gone, is that?
It's edge-of-the-seat stuff, this, Jim. You could hear a pin drop if we weren't in a field. Oh, and through the drive gates they go.
Oh, it looks like one of them has got a text from the missus. That could be the end of his night.
Oh, but look at that. Straight into the pub they go. That is lovely stuff. Textbook herding right there, all over them, like a rash. Who is your daddy? That's what the dog is saying. Look and learn.
The crowd's going wild here.
Round up your mates for a Guinness. This St. Patrick's Day, Saturday, March 17th.
You ever drive over? You ever been lawn mowing with mowing the lawn with your dad, and he runs over a bunch of fucking rocks, and they come sailing out the side of it and hit you while you're over there weed eating or something?
No, it's never happened.
No? Okay. Well, I guess
with my dad.
Me.
Not with my dad. It's happened with just random people. That's happened with me at work, where in the summertime people will be mowing their lawn, and I'll go to drop a box off at their front door, and they'll just come walking right by me and just spray me with leaves.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." Like, you didn't see me. You didn't see my giant ass.
Yeah.
Walking through your yard. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm huge. You didn't see me.
Yeah.
My truck is literally blotting out the sun.
I was thinking about mulch.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I feel like I always get nailed. It's like you just happen to go by. I don't know why. I was sitting there thinking, I bet you that happens a lot in Ireland because there's a lot of rocks. Anyway, I was going somewhere with that, and then fell right off.
Oh, there was a point.
Yeah. Yeah, I brought it back.
Yeah. All right.
Jokers turn kings and diamonds to dust. I tried to beat the house, but every hand was a bust. Another day ends, another begins. Another night sleeping on needles and pins. I keep rolling where the battle wind blows. I keep running, but the trouble follows. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up. This lucky penny's been nothing but bad luck. Bad luck. nothing but bad luck. Bad luck. Bad luck. Between the white lines, it's a long road ahead and a long way behind. I keep rolling where the bad wind blows. I keep running, but the sorrow follows. Ain't no telling where I'm gonna end up. This lucky penny's been nothing but bad luck.
So tonight, in celebration of our Irish festivities, because I think we've done, I don't know if we have or not, because I haven't looked, but I know we've been doing this podcast for at least since NAM. So
yep.
I know we've talked about St. Patrick's Day before.
Right.
So to kind of change it up a little bit this year, I wanted to talk about luck in general.
Yeah.
Whether it truly exists, is it a legitimate thing?
Yeah.
Is good luck a thing and is bad luck a thing? And do you think that luck really exists? So right off the top, Alex, I'm going to ask you that. Do you think that luck really exists? And whatever answer you give me, I'm going to try and change your mind and then later change your mind back to your original answer. Go.
Wow. Sounds lucky. I don't know. It's one of those that I always hope that it is. Because like I like being superstitious. There's something about it that I enjoy and I do it.
Yeah.
Like I do, like we have like a New Year's Eve tradition that I always do. I've got like I find a quarter or something on the ground. I'll always pick it up and be like, this could be my lucky quarter.
Yeah.
And
is tradition a lucky thing, a luck thing?
I mean, if it's revolved around luck, like we literally like, everyone has their own like New Year's Day, I guess what it is, like traditions that, some of it's like health, wealth, and happiness, or some of it's for good luck for the year, or, you don't do this because of bad luck. And it's like, I think it's fun to do that.
To intentionally do the things that give you bad luck?
No.
Oh.
To do the things that give you good luck.
Oh, okay.
But it's also, my math brain starts rolling. I'm like, is it? And like, then I start going all over the place. I'm like, is it that? Or is it karma? Or is it mathematical, like things that happen and you just can't
the
help?
Probability of it?
Yeah. Cause of probability. Like it's one of those things that's all over the place. But I guess to answer your question, I'm gonna say yes, just because I want it to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Well then, all self-help gurus would say that you're a lazy piece of shit.
Oh, they got me down. God, that's so funny. I was doing a little bit of research and it kept bopping me over to like gurus and stuff.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Like I literally was listening to this guy going off about it. Yeah, no, I could totally see that. No, duh.
Yeah.
Of course, I want to win the lottery and not do shit.
Right. Don't ever, and I mean ever, tell a successful person that they got lucky.
Right.
Luck is a 4-letter word to that person.
And they'll tell you one back.
That's right. That's right. You need to tell them that they did a good job working hard to achieve what they've achieved in their life.
Right.
That's what they'll say. They'll say, hey, I didn't spend 20 years working my dick in the sand for you to come around and say, hey, you're lucky.
Yeah.
Luck had nothing to do with it, you son of a bitch.
Right.
Right. So I was going to go. Now I'm off script. I was going to go to Michael Reimer's house tonight and record this over at his house. But I didn't say nothing to Mandy about it first. And then I didn't say anything to him about it until last minute because I had this whole thing wrote out that I was going to go into like my impression of a self-help guru, where I was going to make you like stand like, Alex, get the fuck up out of your motherfucking chair. Put your hand over your fucking heart and repeat after me. I, Alex, motherfucker Corley. But I couldn't yell all that with the baby and wailing upstairs.
Right. No, I get that.
So one day when we have our own podcast studio, we'll revisit this and I'll do something like that. But yeah, so self-help gurus, they think that luck is basically the easy man or the easy way out, the lazy way out. Like you need to work hard to achieve the things that you want to achieve in life. And if you think that everything is luck, or you just say like you failed and then you blame it on bad luck, that's you basically just being a lazy failure and not stepping up your game and working harder to achieve the things that you need to achieve in life.
Well, yeah, it sounds awesome to be lazy and to get all that. Like, why isn't that not the dream? But I actually totally agree with them, where I'm like, it's like, I don't know. I never say luck had anything to do with it. Like if something bad happens, I just always go, shit happens, and I just move on. But I feel like there are instances where random courses of events happen, or maybe even, I don't know, like I was thinking about gambling in the shower, getting ready for this. And I remember having the feeling at a casino in Las Vegas, and I had like my last, and like I hadn't really been spending a lot of money, but I had a token that was the most money I had in a token. I know it's not gonna sound that much, but at the time I was in college, but I had $100 on a token. Yeah. And it was like my last money to spend that I had set for the night. I had more, but I was like, all right. I was like, and I was looking at a roulette table, and I was like, I should put this on 22. And everything in my body was screaming at me to go, just do it. Just do it. You should do it. Just do it. Do it. Fucking do it. And then I went, no, I don't want to just waste $100. Right.
Right.
And that fucking 22 came up.
Oh shit.
At that moment, there was something telling me, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Fucking luck.
And you know what?
I didn't listen.
Beginner's luck. You would have done that. You would have put it down there.
Yeah.
Because that's what beginners do. They're risky.
You're in tuned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why beginner's luck is such a thing.
That's exactly why, right there. Because so here's an example for you. All right. This is the difference between beginner's luck of somebody brand new at, let's say, playing roulette, and somebody who is an avid gambler, much like yourself.
Yeah.
So a beginner a new guy down there at the roulette table doesn't have all these qualms and build up things in his brain telling him all this nonsense to keep him from just going with his gut and throwing it out there and being reckless, for lack of a better term, with his gambling.
Yeah.
So that's what he does, is he goes out there and he just says, all right, hey, I just got this gut feeling that 22 is going to hit. Fuck it, I'm going to throw this $100 chip on 22 and see what happens. Basically, because he doesn't give a shit. He's clear-minded about it.
He multiple choiced it. You know how they say your first inclination on a multiple choice is usually like better than overthinking it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
There's another scenario like let's say professional baseball. You got a rookie who comes in off the AAA team, first time batting, going up against an all-star pitcher, hits a home run, right? And they say, oh, that's beginner's luck. But what it really is that pitcher's got it all up in his brain. I'm an all-star pitcher, and this guy's a rookie. He's playing in his first game. If I don't strike this motherfucker out, like, there's something wrong with me. You know what I mean? He shouldn't even be up here, let alone batting against me.
Right.
So he's way overthinking it. Meanwhile, the batter's up there, first game in the major leagues, don't give a shit because he knows that he's supposed to strike out. So if he strikes out, that's what he's supposed to do. Like, he has no qualms about that. He's like, whatever. Like, I'm up here just trying to have fun right now. Shit. So he's clear-minded. And that fastball comes right down the middle, and he's like, whoa, look at that. Boom.
See, I also thought, like, with this scenario, the old school pitcher's relaxed, but he's overthinking it because he's in his zone, and the new guy's out of his comfort zone, so he's on edge and he's got adrenaline pumping, and he's like, all right, I know I don't got to do it, but I got to do it for Sparta, and just, and then, you know, but I feel like, you know, like, but there is something to that. Like, if he's supposed to, like, consequences of our no resolve for him. Right. It's the same thing with the new gambler. They're like, I don't care. This, like, there is something to going gambling, going, like, this is the way I do it. For anybody that wants to play the home game, I like to go, if I go to like a casino or something, I'll like set away X amount of money and go, once this is gone, it's gone. And then, like, if it's done, I'm out and I'm just gone. Which can either make for a very long night or a very short one. But it's more fun that way because, like, I expect to lose it. So it's like I'm trying to relive the first time. I'm trying to ride the horse again, man.
Yeah. Well, you can scientifically recreate beginner's luck. Exactly the way that you're just describing.
Yeah.
And that's one way to do it. If you're going the casino route, as far as examples, is to take exactly what you just said, take an exact amount of money. You have that, say $100.
Yeah.
I'm going in with $100. When this $100, no matter what I win, is done or lost or won or whatever happens to it, I'm done. I'm gone. Right. And stick to that. And then you're done. And you now have a clear mind. You're going in without that weight in your brain. The prefrontal lobe is what it is that's controlling the luck. And if you can massage out and meditate out and clear out, like taking a laxative for your prefrontal lobe and just get it all nice and cleared out.
I don't know why I thought you were going to say a Xanax. Like, just get relaxed.
Maybe a Xanax will do that. Maybe it's a Xanax that's like the laxative for your, it's the easy flow for your.
Probably. I mean, that's like, that'll make you not give a shit about nothing.
Right.
Just,
So right before,
put it all. I don't care.
Right before you go into the casino, eat a Xanny bar and do a line of Coke.
What you trying to have a heart attack?
Well, you got to stay active.
True.
Active and clear-minded at the same time.
No, I'm just kind of laughing at myself because I was pondering what you said, and you were like Xanny bar and cocaine, and I don't know why my first initial reaction was to go. I was like, why did I just do that?
Wow. Lots of sniffing going on that night.
Yeah, I guess, man. I got a cold.
Right. Speaking of the roulette table, I have, and I'm going to go ahead and since St. Patrick's Day is coming up, I'm going to go ahead and let all of the Soberless thinkers out there know the key that I found to always winning at the roulette table.
All right, first of all, I can't skim by the Soberless thinkers. I love that. That's the best way to describe our listeners. Oh my God. It was there the whole time. The Soberless thinkers. Okay. What is your secret skill?
Yes. So what you do is you go and you bet on black the minimum amount.
Okay.
Gotcha. If it lands on red, you double the amount that you bet on black again. If it lands on red again, you then double that amount. And you continue this process until it finally lands on black, because it will eventually land on black. And the reason you're continuously doubling the amount that you're putting on there
is making up for what you're losing.
Is because the probability of it landing on black now has gone up.
Yeah.
So then when it finally hits, say you start it with $5, and by the time it finally lands on black, you're up to like $25 or $50 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then it hits, then you double your money. Then you start back over at 5 again. And it takes some time, but eventually, by the end of the night, you will have way more money than what you had when you came in there. Every time. It works every time.
That's not bad. That's really not that bad of a strategy. I've vaguely looked into casino games, and black or red, I think what it is, it's like 49 or 48 point something percent, because it's 47 or some shit like that. It's not 50.
There's 2 greens.
Right. 3. No, you're right. 2.
There's a 0 and double 0.
And double 0. Yeah. So yeah, it was, So 48% chance. But I like that because it will eventually happen, which I feel like I've also gambled on roulette one time, and I swear I was like, all right, black, all right, black, all right, black, all right, black. And like, you know how some of them, they'll give you the numbers and like a little like screen of like what the last winning numbers were bid. I'm shitting you not. It was all red. And the entire time I'm like, just stay strong. Keep it. And then finally I went, fuck it, red, boom, hit black. I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm leaving.
Yeah. So you should have stayed with it.
I know.
But not only stay with it, continue to double your bet. Start with 5, you lose, put down 10. You lose again, put down 20. You lose again, put down 40. You lose again, put down 80. Then hopefully you hit before you run out of money.
Yeah, I was sitting there going like, man, I want to test this theory.
So here's what I did. When I first heard this, I was like, well, I'm not going to go take $1,000 to the casino and try this without testing it first, right? So there's a roulette game that you can download on your iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
So I just downloaded the game on my iPhone and I started doing exactly that. And I played it for hours and hours and hours. And within the first 10 minutes, I was ahead. And the longer I played it, the further and further ahead I got, to the point where I was thousands of dollars ahead.
Nice.
And every time I've done it on the game on my phone, and I've sat there and done that, every single time, I end up thousands of dollars ahead. Now you can do things like on the roulette table, which is Eddie Cupid's favorite game to play. You can do things like he does, where he'll put chips on like freaking 18 different numbers out on the board.
He'll spot 4 of them and just set it in the middle.
He does all kinds of crazy shit, but I don't know how he does it, but he always wins at roulette, and he always wins a shit ton of money, and it blows my mind.
Right.
He went in one time because he didn't have rent to pay. And he's like, Mike, drive me to the casino. And I was like, why? He's like, I don't have rent money this month. I'm like, what are you going to do at the casino then? He's like, I'm going to make rent money. I'm like, okay. He walked in there with like $100, played nothing but the roulette table, walked out of there with like $4,000.
Damn.
Yeah. Went to the strip club and then paid his rent.
Oh, that man is all about romance.
So, I mean, is that luck? Is he just lucky? Or is that an acquired skill at that point?
I think this is all, to me, probability of chance, and it's like you're working the numbers, and I feel like he knows something, or he's spreading his money out in such a way. But it's so weird because at the same time, like, I start thinking too much into this, because it's like, you know, this is one of the, like, your strategy is brilliant for the simple fact that some of the, like, if the ball lands on red and has landed on red 4 times in a row, it doesn't change the probability of chance on black or red that it's landed 4 times before. It's still 48%. Now, it will eventually land on black, right? But it's when it's going to happen. And it's like all the past things that are happened, like if you're just crunching numbers, they don't matter. But that's what a lot of people get hung up on, because they chase it. Because like they'll see like, all right, it's been hitting red and there's been a couple blacks, so I'm going to bet red. But at any given moment, that could flip flop.
Right. At any given moment, it could just have a whole long black streak.
Right. And then it's just you chasing, like, keep bopping sides or going over here. But Eddie Cupid's thing is like he's going specific numbers. So he's playing, like, I can't remember the amount on the numbers, especially when you're playing like 4 numbers, because it's like you're splitting your bet into fourths. So I can't remember what it is. If you win a number, you get times 7 whatever you bet, or something like that. I don't know. I got really into like learning the statistics, obviously, of gambling. That, and I really was interested in learning how to play craps. But anyway, But yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm like, I want to know. That's one of those things we might have to ask Eddie Cupid. What's his roulette strategy?
Yeah, if he will tell us.
Yeah,
because he's a man of mystery, and he likes to. There's still. I've known this guy for so long. He's one of my best friends, but there's still things that he has a tattoo in Japanese on his leg, and he refuses to tell me what it means.
Chicken soup.
He won't say. He's like, I'm like, I'm gonna have to learn how to fucking read Japanese, I guess.
No, you don't. All you gotta do is.
I don't even know if it's Japanese, honestly. I don't know what it's some kind of Asian characters. 3 of them.
Yeah. I mean, that could be anything. That could be, dude. I'd have to look at it to be able to tell you, but I mean, there's big drastic differences in like Japanese, Mandarin, or Cantonese. I can't remember which one or in China, and then there, Korean has their own, which is a lot wilder. But I would assume it would probably be Japanese or Chinese character. But not that I'm trying to like promote this technology or anything, but you actually on the new iPhones, they got a thing now that you can actually take your photo and put it over top of something you don't know, and it'll translate it for you.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we could figure out what Eddie Cupid's secret is.
So what I need to do is get him wasted, and he'll pass out on the floor somewhere.
Right.
And then we'll pull his sock down and we'll translate his leg.
Yeah, it's probably like a treasure map. The national treasure.
That's dude. We're off on an Eddie Cupid back alley, but this is funny.
Yeah, but his tattoo says luck. Anyway,
my bachelor party.
Right.
We got this chalet in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Eddie gets fucking slamburgered, passes out in the middle of the floor before half the party even shows up.
Yeah.
Right. So then like my other friends show up at the chalet, and they come walking in the door, and the first thing, Eddie's laying there passed out in the middle of the floor, and my cousin Andy comes walking in. He's like, "Oh my God, Mike, you've already got dead bodies in the floor." He's like, "This party's already started." Yeah. So by the end of the night, Eddie was not the only dead body on the floor.
I am sure.
This next song, we're going to bring up a lovely young lady by the name of Stephanie Doherty. Please give her a round of applause, will you? Registry ID. Well, you bit up more than you could chew the first day you met me. Dusty, 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 let me die in cranberry, whiskey, gin, and punch beer. I'll give you my dollar. let it be. Dusty, dusty, dirty, let me die right there. Whiskey, gin, and punch beer, I'll give you my shot. Dusty, dusty, dirty, let me die right there. Whiskey, gin, and punch beer, I'll give you my shot. Put your hands together for the lovely Stephanie Knightley. Come on, time! Dusty, dusty, dirty, let me die right there. Whiskey, gin, and punch beer, I'll give you my darling. Dusty, dusty, dirty, let me die right there. Whiskey, gin, and punch beer, I'll give you my darling.
Anyways, luck, man.
Luck.
So, here's another gambling thing: poker. I think that I have the worst luck in the world when it comes to Texas Hold'em.
Really?
It doesn't matter when I'm playing, who I'm playing against, where I'm at. I will never get a good hand playing Texas Hold'em. It's never happened in my life.
Yeah.
Never had a good hand.
That's why I will say you go through ruts, because I get obsessed with like, I don't know why. Last summer I played Texas Hold'em on my tablet at work all day long. It was mainly because I could play it and just kind of vaguely like play it, then come back to whatever I was doing. And it wasn't real money, but I will say I got up to, like, you start off with like 100 grand. I think at one point I had like, I don't know, like $30 million of fake World of Poker, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it is what it is, but it's one of those things that, but there was times where I like, dude, I've lost $25 million in like a couple sittings. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, every time when I'm like, I've got the best hand here and someone drops something more, I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, are you shitting me? Like, this shit never happens. But
I can't even pretend that I've got a good hand. And then it got so bad. I used to have poker nights with my friend Chris, and he'd invite me. I think he'd invite me over just to take my money.
Yeah.
And because I never won, and they all knew it. And then whenever I try and bluff, like I had a good hand, they all knew that I was just bluffing because I don't ever have good hands.
Right.
So they would always call me on it. And then of course it'd be like a 2 and a 7. And then
which is like the worst hand ever.
Yeah. And then it's like, you know, they're like, all right, give me your money. And I'd always be the first one out. And then I'd just be like the beer fetcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. We need to sit down with our brother-in-law.
Yes. Yeah, that dude knows. He plays probability. That's what he does. He's a stats guy, though. I don't know. I've heard he does not like playing with civilians.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because we are unpredictable.
Oh, yeah.
Like the higher caliber poker players. So for everyone out there, like our brother-in-law is like a professional poker player. And that's how he makes his living. And he is like pretty attuned to it where he knows probability of chance for every hand just about. And when he plays with like a friendly game like we'd all play, he'd get pissed. Like, who the fuck? Like, why would you bet on that?
When
like,
I don't know, my 2 and 7 unsuited.
Yeah, dude. He'd flip the table. Like, I'm shit. I literally shit you not. You just called out one of the worst hands in, like, seriously, the worst hand in poker is a 2 and a 7. Like, so I actually like playing Texas Hold'em and used to do it all the time in college. But I got into it so much where I was like looking up the worst hands, and that's it. It's either 2 and a 7 or 2 and a 3. I think it's 2 and a 7 because they're just far apart where you can't make anything.
Right.
But if you did that and you got a full house, he'd probably like break something and leave.
I want to have him on the podcast one day.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Going on about poker.
Yeah. So let's see. Next on the agenda, the luck agenda, superstitions. You a big fan of the superstitions?
Fucking love them.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of them, dude. Let me tell you. If I spill salt, I throw it over my right shoulder. I do it every time.
Do you literally knock on wood?
Yes, I will literally knock on wood. We were talking about this earlier. New Year's Day, they say don't do laundry because it's bad luck.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah. So some of these are like old Southern traditions. I feel like I've heard back in the backwoods, but yeah, don't do laundry and you're supposed to open all the windows to let out any bad things. You don't want to do laundry because it could stain or something like that. I don't remember that as much, but we always ate black-eyed peas, pork, cabbage, sauerkraut. So we'd always eat. My mom always made Creole black eyes. It's like a Cajun. It's like black-eyed peas, but it's like spicy with andouille sausage, shit like that, and bacon. It's terrible for you. And then we would take a penny and put it underneath our plate while we ate.
Oh man, you guys are hardcore into the superstitions.
Dude, I love it. I'm telling you, man. It's something. I just like that. I just like superstitions. Like,
I think the most superstitious thing I ever did in my life was when I played baseball. I would do the rally cap.
Yeah,
I think that's about as far as I would get.
Yeah. Now, I will say when I swam or played soccer, I would there was, I don't know if it was superstitions, but I would do certain things in an order to prepare myself and to not do them out of sync.
Wait, I take that back. When I played football in high school, I had a lucky undershirt.
Yeah.
And I never washed it. It was the most disgusting thing ever.
I bet it was.
And I wore it underneath my shoulder pads every game my senior year. And it reeked so bad. And at the end of the year, the last game, I literally just threw it in the garbage.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a superstitious thing. That was a luck thing.
Right. This is gonna sound weird, but I used to fart my goggles on my eyeballs, like when I would swim, because I put them there, and I would do a thing where I'd like push them and push the air out, and it would like suck my eyes out. But it would it also basically I did it because when you hit the water, I couldn't tell you how many times that I've seen people swimming when they dive off a swimmer's block and they hit that water, their goggles will flip down. And now you're swimming blind in a race. And it sucks swimming blind in a race where you have to, like, I've done it, like where they flip down and then as you're swimming, you just grab them and rip them off your face and just throw them. And then you just swim as hard as you can and just pray to God you see the wall before you hit it. And you just keep opening your eyes underwater, just hoping you actually see what you're trying to see.
Yeah. And then they come out and your eyes are bleeding from the chlorine.
Oh yeah. Well, at that point, I mean, if you swim as much as I did, dude, I was like a wet dog. Like if you got me, like if I was dry and you got me wet, people would go, why does it smell like a pool in here? I'm like, it's me. I literally have chlorine on my skin at all times.
Yeah. And it wouldn't come out unless you got wet. So your bathroom smelled like chlorine all the time.
Oh yeah. Well, like I mean, I would shower after the pool, you know, like wash my hair, but man, it was like in my skin for years. But yeah, superstitions, love them. I like them. I feel like it's almost like a fun game. And I think that's like, you know, I feel like I knew I was going to bring this up eventually, but like, you know, did you ever watch Skeleton Key?
Nope.
So it talks about hoodoo and how the difference between hoodoo and voodoo, and like one's religion, one's like witchcraft. And like the thing with like, this is in the movie, people, for everyone out there, but like, it's like, if you believe it, it is true. And that's like what hoodoo was in this movie. So like, but like, that's the whole mind trip of it. It's like, if you don't believe it, then it's not going to work. But if you believe it, it really, really works.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, and that seems kind of interesting. I don't know why I've always thought that. That's also kind of always wanted to go to New Orleans to go see all that kind of stuff, because it's just nothing, you know, like voodoo and all that. It just seems like it's just steeping with superstition and stuff like that. And that just seems intriguing to me. Like, why? Like, what? You know, like knock 3 times on the southwest corner because you want the house to stay up. Like, where did that come from? You know?
Yeah. Where did that come from?
It's like quirkiness.
Yeah.
Manifested.
Crazy. I want to go to New Orleans just to hear saxophone players.
Yeah. Go to a nice jazz bar.
Yeah. That's where they are.
Yeah. Sounds like we need to take a Soberless Thoughts road trip.
Dude, we need to get an RV and just go around the United States and to all the different places and drink with people.
That would be an amazing TV show.
I'm sure it's been done. I mean,
I guarantee it.
That Insomniac show, I think that's what he did.
No, for sure. That's exactly what he did. And I think there was even, I used to love watching The Booze Traveler. It's a little bit newer, but he would do it like go all over the world. But man, just like a diners drive, like if we could be the Guy Fieri of bars.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That would be lucky, is what I'm saying.
That would be super lucky. Here's a question.
Yep.
Does a lucky person just simply have better observation skills?
I don't see. All right. As soon as you said that, I know I've got a friend. I swear he's the luckiest person ever when it comes to police encounters. Somehow he does not get in trouble. And I've watched him put himself in situations where I'm like, all right, if this was me, my face would be on the pavement with a cop with his knee in my back and probably a dog about to rip my face off.
Oh, yeah.
And they go, hey, you all have a good night, sir. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I think I told this story on here before, like when we first started, but like a buddy of mine, we were in high school and we had some beer and we were driving and we see ahead of us on this highway that there is a roadblock. And there is literally a road right here off to the left that we could stop, go into and circumvent the roadblock where we wouldn't have to go there because we saw it early enough. And the guy driving was like, I got this. And I'm going, you have got to be shitting me. Like you're intentionally, I was like, we are 3 high schoolers.
We're all going to jail.
Yeah, basically. And I'm pretty sure like me and the other guy in the car had been drinking. I don't think our driver had been. And he's just like, and we're all like, what, who does that? Right. And I shit you not, man. Like, we drive up, he goes, hey, don't worry about this. I got it. He goes, I just want to see if I can do it. Like, he's just like, fuck it. It's that risk reward thing we're just talking about. Like, he's got the like eye of the tiger. He pulls up and the cop, like, he rolls down his window. The cop looks down and goes, oh, don't worry about it, fellas. We just closed up shop. And then we just drove through. And I'm looking at him like, you lucky son of, like, holy shit. Like, there was like I can't believe it to this day. I'm like, how does that shit happen? Did he know? Like, did he see that they were closing up from that far away? Like, oh, I can't explain it. He's done that more than once, where he's like somehow pulled the Hail Mary of like things that happen where you're like, that's one in a billion shot, and somehow you nailed it.
Yeah. Well, listen.
So I'm saying is he's my DD every time.
Yeah. Oh, he's got to be. He's got to be.
He's got to be with us, because if he is, we all don't go to jail.
I used to be that guy for my group of friends.
Okay.
If we were all drinking, it would always be like, Mike, you're driving. Because I'm a far better driver after drinking than I am sober.
Yeah.
Where most people...
Which we don't promote, by the way.
We would never do, actually. We'd never actually. This is just...
hypothetical.
This is just entertainment, allegedly.
Don't drink and drive, but he's great at it.
If I was a pro at anything, it would be knocking my wife up and driving drunk.
Good call.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. Yeah, so that situation, I'm pulling into White Castles. Definitely just left the bar. Definitely had been drinking the majority of the night.
Right.
Pulling into White Castles at 3 a.m. because I need something to eat at that point.
Duh.
And a cop pulls me over in the parking lot at White Castles because I failed to use my turning signal when I pulled into White Castles.
Yeah, you were excited.
I was super hungry. So they got me I'm just like sitting in the parking lot, and it's a female cop. She pulls up behind me. She starts giving me the 3rd degree, and I'm just like, yes, ma'am. You know, have you been drinking? I had a beer at the bar. I had a beer. She's like, you had a beer? I was like, yeah, I had a beer. She's like, well, I'm gonna need you to get out. We're going to do a sobriety test. I was like, sure, no problem. I'll do that. And I get out of my car, and right before we're about to start, the glass to the door of the White Castles busts open, and these 2 dudes come falling into the parking lot because apparently they had gotten to a full-on brawl inside the White Castles. And the one guy threw the other guy through the glass of the door out into the parking lot.
Right.
And then jumped on top of him and started beating on him. And the cop looked over, saw that, looked back at me, and said, get home safely. And goes running over to break up this fight. And I got the fuck out of there.
Right.
Because I knew where there was a White Castles about 2 miles down the road. But yeah, so like that I feel like that's 100% luck, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way to describe that.
No, that is definitely a shining point of luck where it's just like, this man needs a little assistance. Bar fight.
Yeah. Dude. So as far as the just having better observation skills, there was a study done by this psychologist, and he took a group of like 10 individuals, like these are all college students, right? Mm-hmm. And he had them all fill out this survey, and one of the questions on the survey was, do you believe in luck? And he took 10 of the people that said yes and 10 of the people that said no. And he had them each at different times meet him at this coffee shop. And then he randomly on the floor put like a $10 bill just laying on the floor somewhere. And 100% of the people who said that they believe in luck saw that $10 bill and picked it up. And 100% of the people who said that they did not believe in luck did not see that $10 bill and did not pick it up.
Huh. Interesting.
And his conclusion was that he feels like the people who believe in luck and believe that they're lucky are, because the people who said that they didn't believe in luck also said that, like, if there was luck, they would have bad luck, basically. Right?
Yeah.
So his conclusion was that these other people just simply had better observation skills.
Makes sense. I mean,
right. And then so he applied that to a whole vast amount of things. Basically, any kind of situation that you find yourself in that you got lucky, it was really either consciously or subconsciously, you had better observation skills and you picked up on things going on in your environment that other people wouldn't have picked up on. And you reacted to those observations and had a more positive outcome because of your observations and reactions to those observations. Right. Where the people with the bad luck never had those observations, so never had the reaction to those observations, so then therefore had the negative reaction.
No, I get that. I was actually like, part of the thing I was thinking about was about like perspective of luck. Like some things that happen, they might just have, like, if you just think about like something that to happen, depending on your perspective, it could be good or bad. And then you could then describe it as lucky or not lucky.
Right.
Like, you know, it kind of is like almost like how you turn a phrase or like how you just perceive certain things. And some people are just a little bit more upbeat and some are not. So it's like optimist versus pessimist. And then like, you know, you got, what's that old saying? Was it like Adams or somebody said every problem is a solution in disguise kind of thing?
Yes.
So it's like, that would seem very lucky if every time something bad happens, you find the silver lining and you're like, man, it was lucky that, you know, this guy ran into my mailbox because I didn't get the bill for whatever. And they couldn't prove it, and now I don't have to pay it. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
And the last 3 points that I have wrote down here are: luck is just your perception of reality.
Yes.
Luck is the ability to see the silver lining in things.
Yes.
And luck is opportunity and preparation.
Oh, the night that Patty Murphy died is a night I'll never forget. Some of the boys got loaded drunk and ain't got sober yet. As long as the bottle was passed around, every man was feeling gay. Oh, lyric came with a bagpipe, some music for to play. Oh, that's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. In every drink the place was full the night Pat Murphy died.
Murphy sat in the corner pouring out her grief. Kelly and his gang came tearing down the street. They went into an empty room and a bottle of whiskey stole. They put the bottle with the corpse to keep that whiskey cold.
That's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink the place was full the night Pat Murphy died.
icebox lid to see poor Patty's mug. They stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. And at a quarter after 2 they argued it was 9. That's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. That's how they showed their respect for Patty Murphy. That's how they showed their honor and their pride. They said it was a sin and a shame, and they winked at one another. And every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died. Said every drink in the place was full the night Pat Murphy died.
So, so just to piggyback off of what you were just saying, first of all, luck is your perception of reality.
Yeah.
So 100%, dude, 100%. It's all in how you see things, and it's all in your head. We had this whole podcast a couple weeks ago about how everything is mental.
Right.
And I feel like that's exactly what luck is. Luck is exactly how ever it is you choose to look at it.
Yeah, totally agree.
And that kind of goes the same with luck is the ability to see the silver linings and things. Because it could be, you could walk outside and forget your umbrella and it starts pouring down rain on you. And you could be like, damn it. Like, how bad luck. How much bad luck do I have? I forgot my umbrella and here it is, just downpouring on me. Or you could be like, this is an opportunity to try out my new standing swimming moves.
Actually, I was sitting there thinking, like, you see like a good looking girl with an umbrella and be like, hey, can I borrow that, share that with you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Share an umbrella.
Yeah. And then you met the future missus right there.
Have you ever kissed in the rain?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen The Notebook?
Yeah. It's my favorite movie of all time.
Oh, that is the last time I ugly cried, I have to say.
Oh, yeah?
The end of that movie. I know I've talked about that on this podcast.
Yeah, because I talked about A Fault in Our Stars, I think is what it was.
Oh yeah, that made me cry too.
Yeah, fuck that movie. I don't like I've realized I guess I don't deal I'm about to sound like a caveman, but like, I don't know. I didn't really deal with emotions a lot before I met my wife, and she opened me up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I hate movies that make me cry. And that's like, that was one of them where at the end, I'm like, I'm holding it in so hard that I cry harder because I'm like,
You're so beautiful.
But yeah.
Yeah, man. That's at the end of the Notebook. The end of the Notebook had me just annihilated. And just as the credits start rolling, my mom calls me. And I answer the phone, but I'm completely, she can't understand a word that I'm saying.
Right.
And then I finally just hang up on her because she can't. She's like, what? And then like 20 minutes later, I call her back. And she's like, what's wrong? Like, who died? And I'm like, no one died.
They just don't. Yeah.
No one Elizabeth died. He climbed to the top of the Ferris wheel. But yeah, so like basically what I'm saying is the last point, luck is opportunity and preparation. Luck is your ability to see that opportunity and whatever it is that's going on in your environment and be prepared to react and act on that opportunity to make it a positive outcome.
Yeah.
And that's it. If you can master the opportunity and preparation, then you will master good luck. And you will then be on the side of the successful gurus out there.
That's right. Hey, not to turn this back into poker by any means, but they say like poker players, they only win like 28, 32, making up numbers, but like only not very much percent. Like they have winning hands, right? But it's how they bet during that 28 to 32%, where it's like they know that this is going to win, so they've got to optimize their returns. And they will double down, triple down on those times, like Texas Hold'em 5-card draw kind of thing. I don't know about other games, but it's one of those things. So yeah, it's the same thing. It's like you got to prepare and you got to see it. You got to be willing to do whatever it takes at that moment.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Make your own luck.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I researched lucky charms and things that are deemed lucky for this podcast, and this was so much more of a mind warp than random trinkets. And we might have to hit up the random trinkets maybe next year on St. Patrick's Day. I don't know. Like I was looking up some random stuff, from horseshoes to Japanese cats to lucky bamboo. Like it was all over the place, man. Fat Buddha. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to rub that belly.
Yeah, right.
One last thing is to maximize those opportunities, try being a yes man.
Nice.
Have you ever heard of this? There was a whole movie, I think it was called The Yes Man, where Jim Carrey had to just say yes to everything, right?
Yeah.
And that in that movie, they flirted with this idea where it gave him the opportunities and gave him basically good luck because of the opportunities that he acquired because he would say yes to everything.
Yeah.
And that's basically the idea behind this. Like every opportunity every time you say no is an opportunity missed, basically.
Right. No, for sure. I do really like that movie. And it's not just the Three Doors Down and the old lady scene. But like there is something to that. It's like the more you close off, the less you're willing to do or experience. But it's like you open up Like, yeah, there can be heartache along the way, but man, there's so much more to everything.
Right.
If you just say yes. Have you ever gone a whole day and said yes to everything?
No, I have not.
Well, we need to turn that no into a yes one day.
I want to.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Probably not, but maybe. And I feel like, I don't know, it's like I definitely wouldn't want to tell anybody, because if I do, it's just going to be a whole bunch of extra shit I got to do.
Oh,
you want to clean up? You want to clean my house? Yes. Like,
well, yeah, you can't tell anybody. Dude, I can go an entire day without talking to literally anyone at all except for my wife and my kids.
Yeah.
And then I can definitely get away with saying yes that entire day.
Right.
Until she's like, Mike, can you make dinner for us tonight? And I'm like, guess we're having hot dogs.
Hot dog and spaghetti.
Yeah. Some cheesy Mets. Let's
right.
All right, kids, we're having waffles for dinner.
No, not from scratch. Eggos. All right, everybody huddle by the toaster.
That's right. All right, so now that we've talked about luck for over an hour, what do you think? Still think luck's real?
I want to. I like it. I like superstitions. I do. It's fun for me. It makes life exciting.
I agree. I think luck is what you make of it. And I think that there's also circumstances that happen that basically people have absolutely no control over. Like, a giant tree falling over and barely missing you by, 6 inches.
Right.
I consider that luck.
Did I ever send you, if I can find it on like TikTok or whatever, there was a video of a guy who tapped another guy on the shoulder and he turned around and this truck was driving by at the same time and the gate to the truck swung around and almost hit this guy in the face. But because this man tapped him on the shoulder and he turned around, he sees the gate and basically narrowly misses the truck gate where it would have fucked his world up.
Oh shit. Wow.
If I can find it.
Dude, there's all kinds of near miss videos that you can find online.
Yeah. I mean, this was like, this one was more dealing with like, people are like, is he a time traveler? Is it him from the future? Is it him from the, is it someone else from the future coming to warn him not to get mauled by a gate?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your face needs to be intact because otherwise your future wife will not like your mangled face. And then you will not have babies with that woman. And then you won't have the child 4 generations later that comes back to save your life.
Right. You're not going to have. Oh, crap. I just went blank. Fail. What's the kid's name from Terminator 2? John Connor. You're not going to have John Connor to save us from the overthrowing.
That's right.
That will eventually turn into the Matrix. Have you ever heard that the Terminator is a prequel to the Matrix?
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because isn't the Matrix is, they say it's the time that the Matrix is putting all of the minds into is what they consider the greatest point of human civilization, right?
Guess so, yeah.
Which just so happens to be right before the nukes go off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
basically.
Yeah. Right before the nukes go off in Terminator.
Yeah.
So, and that's the time frame that the Matrix takes place in.
Nice.
So yeah, I see that 100%.
Yeah, totally.
So why even watch the Terminator movies when you know it's just going to end up like the Matrix movies?
Yeah. Because John Connor's son will be the one.
That's right. Because somebody said, "Hey, you want to watch Terminator?" and you were saying yes that day. And
basically, I want to see Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold.
Get in the chopper. My brother does the best get in the chopper line.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Anyways, if you have any other thoughts or ideas about luck, tell us where they can send those thoughts and ideas, Alex.
Oh, we can find all our things on all things Soberless Thoughts on Instagram at Soberless Thoughts, Facebook at Soberless Thoughts. Don't forget to go to Twitter at Think Soberless. If you want to contact us directly, we will definitely read and respond to those emails. And we always like to hear things about what drinks we should drink, what ideas we should think, and what other kind of ideas that we need to ponder over, I guess. And more importantly, we are a podcast and we are on social medias, but word of mouth is still one of the best ways. So tell your friends, family, loved ones, if they're at a wedding, funeral, or baby shower, tell them about Soberless Thoughts. Tell them to go to all the podcatchers, whether it's Spotify, Google Play, or Spotify, iTunes. That was the other one. Holy shit. iTunes. And go on there, download our podcast, like, share, and comment on all things Soberless Thoughts.
That's right. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day out there. Don't get too drunk. Don't drive if you've been drinking. That's what Uber and Lyft is for.
That's right.
Or find a very attractive person to go home with that can drive you to wherever it is you need to go. Or you know what you should do? You know what you should do?
What?
You should call up that person that put you in the friend zone. Once you find that other person at the bar, and call up the person who put you in the friend zone and say, "Hey, can you come pick me up?"
That's right. That's exactly right.
Come take me and Sally home, huh?
Right.
That's what you need to do on this St. Patrick's Day. That's what Eddie Cupid would say. We're channeling
not a bad motto.
We're channeling our inner Eddie Cupid tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So yeah, if you find yourself in the skillet this St. Patrick's Day, you never do things. Stay cheesy, keep it greasy.
Yeah.
And flip on out.
Flip on out.
I just want to see you when you're all alone. I just want to catch you if I can. I just want to be there when the morning light explodes. On your face it radiates. I can't escape. I love you till the end. I just want to tell you nothing you don't want to hear. All I want is for you to say, oh, why don't you just take me where I've never been before? I know you want to hear me catch my breath. I love you till the end.